I've kind of noticed, and I've had a chance, I cover a lot of sports, and hockey is one of my favorite sports to cover, and I've had a chance to interview a lot of hockey players, particularly Canadian ones, and I think that seems to be a Canadian trait, just what you talked about with Kiefer there. These guys they've learned to be kind of grown men, younger in life. They're not as pretentious as some of our other athletes, and they stand up to if they've been through a tough time. I guess that must be a Canadian trait in some way, isn't it?
Well, I guess it's an easier way to get through it. And Kiefer, is wealthy enough now, and he's powerful enough that if he chose to, he could surround himself with that kind of insulation, where he would never have to answer the questions. I mean, look, a few weeks ago, he showed up on a national talk show wearing a dress.
Yeah.
Because he lost a football bet, So the guy's a good sport, and it's funny. There's a lot of talk, a lot of things on YouTube and a lot of stories about him being in bar fights and everything. And he's quite open about that too. He said he had about 180 stitches in his head alone, all from bar fights that he lost. So he knows that the behavior is not. And there's another telling thing about that is that, unlike Tiger Woods and Charlie Sheen recently, as soon as that happened to them, their sponsors and their personal sponsors started to run for the hills.
Right.
Whereas Kiefer, here in Canada, Kiefer's the voice of the Ford Motor Company. Anytime you see a Ford commercial in this country, it's Jack Bauer's voice.
Yeah.
And when he was arrested for DUI and was sentenced to jail, the organization Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD, came forward and said, and complained to Ford and said, is this the guy you want representing your car company, the guy who's a drunk driver? And Ford refused to desert him. Ford said, listen, we back a person, not an incident. He got caught. He faced it in court. He's doing his jail time, and he's going to put it behind him, and we're going to respect that. So that's another sort of telling thing that that when you're willing to face it, and stick chin first, people around you are going to have a little more respect for you than if you go in and hide from it.
How about his acting style? I guess similar in a way to his father, but not quite. He has his own way of acting. Did he talk to you, or have you done research on how he developed his acting style?
Well, his acting style, and that's an interesting thing. It's very, because his father is Donald Sutherland, who's a renowned film actor. There's that natural assumption that Kiefer's an actor because his dad is. And it was actually Kiefer's mother that inspired him to be an actor. His mother is a very much respected stage actor here in Canada named Shirley Douglas. And when Kiefer was 12, 13 years old, he would watch his mother on stage doing Shakespeare and Eugene O'Neill and watch his mother just disappear in front of him into this character. That's what inspired him to be an actor. He was not living with his father. His father was in Hollywood. They were living here in Toronto. So his father's career and his father's was like an abstraction to him. It just existed as a movie character, as a movie icon. So his style is similar to Donald Sutherland simply because they have a similar appearance and they look, they both have distinctive voices and very natural kind of style. The true inspiration came from his mother. So that's why I think there is enough difference there to see that they're very separate in their abilities.
Do they get along at all? Do you know? Do they have a relationship at all?
Absolutely. It's one of those classic cases, where the family breaks apart when the children are quite young. Donald Sutherland stayed in Los Angeles and pursued his career there, and the mother, Shirley Douglas, and Kiefer and his sister moved back here to Toronto. So he didn't really have much of a relationship with his father growing up. But then, as Kiefer grew into manhood, they reestablished that relationship, and it's stronger than ever. But now they're making up for a lot of lost time because now they're committed. Like if they're in the same country, even they'll commit to spending Sundays together and making sure that they don't let it drift after all the time they've lost already.
Well, that's great. I know at one time, I think a long time ago, Kiefer made a movie and did a little tribute to his dad. I forget the name of it now. It's a military hospital movie, and he put on the dad's hat from MASH. I forget the name of the film now.
It was called Article 99.
That's right, Article 99, yeah. Right.
And he deliberately dressed the way that his dad did it as Hawkeye Pierce.
Right.
A movie that made his career, yeah.
That's right. Well, it's a fascinating story, and before we let you go, I want to ask you, when 24 apparently is going to end, I guess this year, They may make a movie, theatrical movie or two, but given Kiefer's lifestyle off the screen, do you think that's going to affect him? Because it seems like the discipline of having a show seems to be what keeps him somewhat in line.
Well, in a way it does, but, and the opposite can be true as well, you know, that because he works so hard that he unwinds just as hard, so if he's a little more relaxed, he might not. But that's always been the plan, to finish the series with a big bang on the big screen, and that's where they'll kill Jack Bauer off. But because you know, the big contract he signed after year 5 to carry through year 6, 7, and 8, everybody knows about the $40 million a year and everything, but that's only a part of it. That's just for his acting. He's also an executive producer. He's one of the bosses. He's got a piece of that show.
Mm.
And also in that contract was an offer by the studio to allow Kiefer to develop other projects after 24 with their partnership and their help. So after 24, he's in a really good position because he can then create his own opportunities. He doesn't have to wait around for them to come to him.
I don't think we'll have to worry about him looking for work or needing a job.
And it's amazing. That's part of the amazing story, is that his career was in a complete slump, and 24 came along, and he was not even in the top 30 of people that they were considering for that role. But he ended up with it, and it just completely revitalized his career.
Well, the name of the book is Kiefer Sutherland, Living Dangerously. We've been talking with Christopher Hurd. And Christopher, you want to give out a website, or people want to get a call to you or the book, where they can go?
Yeah, the website is transitpublishing.com.
Oh, good, transitpublishing.com. Yeah.
And it's available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble and Borders and everywhere.
Great. Well, it's great to have a chance to talk to you. I know you, obviously, the TV show you've done, and you continue to do some radio work up in Toronto as well. Always good to talk to another radio guy.
Thank you very much. It was nice to talk to you.
Great. Well, hopefully we'll do it again down the road. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.